So since we no longer have the Your Name Here hotline to call in on, we're calling
Yes, I've barked up another tree.
Yeah, so now we're going to do the Your Name Here tip of the week with Rich Cowgill. That's what we're doing now. We're just moving that around until we get sponsors for everything.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now are you ready? Sonar, are we ready to go? He's rolling. Okay. It is the Your Name Here tip of the week with Rich Cowgill. And we'll get this rolling here right now. You see. Do that.
Okay, Sparky.
There you go.
Beautiful. All right, so the tip of the week segment, we've been doing that, since we started the show. I mean, we've always done a tip of the week, so probably have 500 or 600 of them. So it's just a short segment where we talk about things that are relevant to building codes, building techniques, energy efficiency, just normal stuff, and we try to keep it to where you can understand it. So this is number one for the YouTube. There we go.
Yeah, number one for the YouTube machine. There you go.
There you go. So this week, prioritizing your home improvements. So, it's nearly summer. Everybody's got things they got to do around the house. And some are simple maintenance, some are repairs, and some are improvements. So those are really your three categories, right? Maintenance, repair, or improvement. So each should be approached in a way that gets the most bang for your buck. And there's a definite order that should be done. So everything should be done in particular order, and I can't say how many times, right, Ron? You go to somebody calls you, they want to do a kitchen remodel, so you walk downstairs to look at the mechanicals, and they're like, oh, and we just did the basement. What do you think? And you go, yeah, I think we're going to be ripping the hell out of your new basement to get to the kitchen. You know what I mean? So don't, keep things in a certain order, and it saves you a ton of money.
Work top down.
First, top down, absolutely.
Start with a good
roof. First thing you need to do is create an inventory. So an inventory of tasks. So 3 columns, and put your different tasks in there, and list your maintenance, and list your maintenance like painting or lawn furniture, draining the water heater, cleaning the gutters. And then next is like repairs, fixing broken locks on the back door.
Put them all
lights
in
not
there.
Working.
Put them all in there.
Huh?
Put them all in there.
All of them. They all go in there.
Yeah.
And then And then for home improvements, be like a new HVAC system or something like that, right? So that's a major expense. So after you compile the list, start assigning numbers to the tasks. So for example, on the maintenance list, I'd clean the gutters before I worry about some painting, because if the gutters are overflowing, you get water damage and so on. So that's a higher priority than touching up paint.
Got it.
So always want to work that way. The repairs, obviously you want to fix the back door first. You don't want people walking in your house or whatever.
Or if you're trying to keep them out, then you want to make sure that it doesn't work and they can't open the knob. So
I've always said locks are to keep honest people out, and the way they build it east of Joliet out there. I mean, you could break into a house with a utility knife anyway, because you cut through the vinyl siding, the Celotex, the R13 insulation into drywall.
You're giving the secrets away.
Yeah,
I know. It always cracks me up when
There's gonna be a bunch of break-ins now, Rich. Just because. Thanks.
I know. Holes on the side of the wall.
And you don't even need the utility knife. We have battery-powered sawzalls, so it's even faster and more efficient.
Unless the battery dies halfway through the project.
Bring it back up.
A door is only as good as your wall.
That's right.
That's exactly the truth right there. All right, so we just got off track as usual.
Right there.
So when it comes to home improvement, though, you want to consider the cost or return on investment. So even though you may want a new HVAC system, you're really better off spending money on the air sealing and insulation side, because if you don't get rid of the air leakage, then the perceived savings from a higher efficiency system is still leaking out of your house. So you have to prioritize those items. And then the last piece of advice I've got for you on this one is do not let the boss see the list. Just get her done, keep it hidden. Well, otherwise, it's all going to be needing to get done this weekend.
No, here's what because that honey-do list that's on the refrigerator, if you do one thing, it grows. You get 4 more on there. So the goal is to never do anything on the honey-do list, but do anything else around it, so that way.
That's your technique, huh?
Yeah. So then the list never grows.
See, I had a better way of doing it.
Yeah.
My missus, she was at a craft thing, and she got this thing. It's a cutout, like a hammer, and it has a clothespin on it, and it says honeydew list on it.
Right.
I never hung it anywhere. know where to hang the honeydew.
Yeah, number one, hang the list.
Right, there you go. Put the list up, but if you do one task on that list, you get 4 more.
I'm terrified my wife's going to call in.
Uh-oh. So that way, if you never do anything on the list, then the list never grows. So you're always ahead of the game there.
Ian, you're still safer than me. You're in a soundproof studio. Mine can probably hear me in the next room.
Oh, well, you gotta be careful. Well, if mine's listening, it doesn't do me any better than what's happening over at your place. But I always have something torn apart at my house, and it's usually major. I mean, I did a staircase. I took all the balusters out just to paint the stairs because the house had painted stairs. Well, I didn't want to paint around 30 balusters, so I took all the balusters out. Right. Well, that took about 8-9 months maybe. Like
See,
that.
hey, it's
Ron,
all. Yeah.
How long was it to get the carpet in the dining room or whatever at your place?
What's that?
Wasn't there something in your house, a dining room or something? It was like 9 years.
No. That was the island. The island in the kitchen was sitting there for 9 years. And then finally, it took 9 years to finally get the outlet put into it. And
didn't you figure after 9 years you probably didn't need it?
No, it was all sitting there. We were using it. It just wasn't bolted to the floor.
Oh,
and it didn't have any electric in it. So,
Yeah, why would you have electric in it when you're an electrician?
Yeah, no.
Who's got time for that?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not a very big paying job.
I got a
whole van full of extension cords, honey. Go out in the truck, go grab an extension cord. We don't got time to put an outlet in the island.
That's right.
Ron will tell you that's how we wire all our houses.
That's right. down in Florida, that's extension cords.
It's all
everywhere.
Romex, so we just use extension cords everywhere.
Yeah, gotta love Romex.
Just gotta remember the orange ones are 20 amp.
Yeah,
gotta love Romex.
Exactly. All right, so to close this up, your tip of the week is how to prioritize.
Prioritizing your home improvements.
Yes.
So that you can tackle them more efficiently.
And you start at the roof and work your way down. Get a good roof on it first, and then everything underneath you can work on. Do the second floor, do the first floor, then do your basement last.
Unless you got basement leaks, then you might want to address that water
foundation
issue,
leaks. Yeah, keep the water out. That's good. Step one.
No, but that's great advice.
I mean, that's how I go look at a house. Because we can actually work on them. I go look at a house. I just look at structure. I can care less about the paint, the drywall, the cabinets. Good foundation, good roof, good structure. I'll take it.
Yep, and it's something you can work with.
No, that's exactly, and it's great advice because most of my clients, that's the first thing they have trouble with is prioritizing. And I say, make a list, put it all together, and then prioritize it, and we'll come and we'll knock it all out for you.
Yep.
It makes it much more efficient. And you'll get a lot more done and a lot more for your money.
Yep.
That way.
Yes.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Tip of the week number 1 is in the books there, Rich. We're off and running on the YouTube.
Well done. I got to dig out another one.
There you go. All right. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back right after this. You are listening to...
This is Mighty House.
There it is.
Mighty House will return.